Someone else asked about my most embarrassing date. None of them, because I haven't been on a date. Oh, I know. World's smallest... That's not how you do world's smallest violin. World's smallest violin. No, I've been in like one proper relationship, and it was very secretive because it was before I came out, and it all went to shit. It fucked up completely. That's besides the point. But yeah, I've never been on an official date. You know, it was kind of just doing things as friends because nobody knew. So yeah, most embarrassing date? Never, because I am a lonely person. Any exercise recommendations? No. I do home exercise, like little bits. Basically just like star jumps, run on spot, squats, a couple of sit-ups, like my feet under the sofa, just at home. Because I'm trying to like lose some weight. I have lost a fair bit of weight, but I'm still trying to shed a lot of it. And for the past like 3 weeks, I'm not gonna lie, I have just not been arsed. I have reminders on my phone, and like rather than them go off throughout the day, I'll literally just sit there and tick them all off for the day. It's terrible, I know, I need to get back into it. Thank you for saying that, because now I feel like an utter shit, so I'm gonna do it now. Someone called AJ, asks, what packers do you recommend? That depends. So I'd say if it's for your first packer, I always recommend, and a lot of people always recommend, the Mr. Limpy. In general, because it's a great packer for anyone really, and it's really, really cheap. But also especially for a first packer, because it's fairly small, it's like 4 inches. And also it's very like inexpensive. I think mine cost £11. And I think that also included like the postage. So as a first packer, that's a really good one. If you've already like packed before and you're used to packing with like actual packers and stuff, I mean obviously it would depend on your budget and how much you have to spend or how much you're willing to spend on a packer. But I recently got a Real Magic 5-inch soft uncircumcised packer, and that I absolutely love it. Like I'm wearing it right now. I'm not going to show you, it's a little bit weird. Just stand up and pop it out. There you go, look, it looks nice, isn't it? But yeah, I really, really like that. It is quite heavy and quite bulky. It is really, really soft, so it feels nice. Sometimes I just sit and squidgy it. I know that sounds weird, just sat playing with my penis. But yeah, I really like that, and I did a review video on that as well. If you want to go and check it out, maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know. I'll leave it in the description and everything anyway, in case you do. But yeah, as a first packer, Mr. Olympia all round, even if you've never had a packer or you have had a packer, Mr. Olympia is great. So that's a good one, always the best bet. And from experience, I also like the Real Magic Uncut 5-inch soft packer. Other than that, I don't have any other I have one other Real Magic packer that I've not used yet, which I'm gonna at some point make a review video on. But that's quite a small one, and honestly I'm not sure how I'm going to get on with it. I'm not making any prejudgments, just in my mind I'm thinking, I'm not sure. But yeah, they're the only 2 packers that I have, so they're the only ones I can really recommend, but they are good ones. Favourite song, book and movie? So at the minute I've been listening like on repeat to Taxi Cab by 21 Pilots. It's not one of the new ones, it's a fairly old one, but I've been listening to, I forgot what the album's called. It's that one with like the weird colour stuff coming down from, I think it's a piano. But yeah, I was listening to some of them, and that one is just really, really good. Really like it. All the feels. Just like listen to it on repeat. It's really, really good. My mum also really likes that one, and she suggested that I listen to it a bit more, and now I'm obsessed, so thanks mum. Book, I don't read a lot, but recently read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling, and it was really, really good, and we've literally just got the movie, bought it on Sky Store, and they send you out a DVD as well. So I'm watching that soon, and I'm really, really excited for that, so recommend, very, very good. The book, I've not watched the movie yet, so I can't really recommend the movie, but I'm sure it will be amazing. And movie, to be honest, I don't really watch many movies. I've got literally like 44 Disney movies under my bed. Animated Disney movies are the best. But nothing that I watched recently. I think like an all-time classic, I really like Big Hero 6. Finding Dory I watched recently. Very, very funny. I actually like that a lot better than Finding Nemo, because it's just a lot more action, a lot more funniness in it and new characters and stuff. So I'm just going to go with Finding Dory, because that's like one of the ones that I've watched most recently, and it was good, it was funny, so that one. And 2 people ask what my favourite outfit is. One of them said current outfit. I don't have a particular favourite outfit. Like, I'm liking what I'm wearing right now. This t-shirt, it's like a long line t-shirt, but from Primark, I think it was like a £5, good. And some shorts, because it's warm. I don't sweat as much, and I get my hairy legs out. So, I suppose right now, this outfit, but generally don't really have favourite outfits. I just kind of grab t-shirts and grab bottoms and be like, put them together. Yeah, that's alright, let's go. How was it when you came out, and who did you first come out to? Please answer and keep the videos coming. I'm answering it right now, and I don't plan on not keeping the videos coming anytime soon, so thanks. So how was it when I came out? When I came out, absolutely fine. Parents were really, really supportive. My mum literally, like, I told her, I texted her, weird thing, I know, and she literally like turned the phone down, showed my dad, he like looked at it, read it, and she turned around and went, So yeah, they were really, really supportive, and they continue to be like biggest supports ever. They don't care who I am, like if I'm male or female, because I'm their kid and they just want me to be happy, and they've been the most supportive and really understanding of everything, so they're great. So yeah, first came out to my parents and it went absolutely fine. Amazing, actually. I wasn't expecting such an amazing reaction, so I actually recently made a video about my coming out story because it's just turned a month since I came out. So again, link in more videos. If you want to go and watch it, in the description, in the cards, and on the end slate, click it wherever you want. Da-da-dum. Someone else asked how to come out, like how to get people to use the correct pronouns and name, and how to get your parents to. Lots and lots of question marks. What I would say in terms of how to come out is basically it depends on your situation. I know it's not entirely helpful, I can give some suggestions of things you might be able to do, but before you come out, as I would say, assess the situation. You know, kind of test the waters, see how your parents or whoever you're coming out to feel about LGBT things like gay people and stuff like that, because it seems that there are a lot of people who are like, gay people, sexuality is all fine, and then trans is kind of a separate thing to them, even though it's LGBT, but still, and that's more like of an extreme thing. So, like, I'd say if they're not supportive of gay people and have like a real big issue with that, I wouldn't feel safe coming out, and if you don't ever feel safe, don't come out. I know it might suck to stay in the closet, but have a plan in place, make sure you can get yourself in a safe situation, and if they are supportive, then that's amazing. Really good for you. My suggestion is always kind of just to sit and have an open, honest chat. You know, sitting down and just having a conversation with somebody feels more personal, and it does more than sort of writing a letter or putting it on Facebook, but some people choose to do that, and it's absolutely fine if you want to do that. Some people really struggle with the face-to-face thing, and they're really, really worried, and that's just an easier way for them to get it out. So writing a letter and either just giving it to them standing there, or giving it to them walking away and just say, read that, think about it for a bit and then come get it later, or like leaving it somewhere for them to find while you're out. If that works for you and you think that could work, then, you know, by all means do that. Some people come out on Facebook. I did that like a year before I came out as trans. I came out as bi, even though I'm pan, but it was easy to come out as bi. And I came out on Facebook just because I thought, you know, it's everybody all at once, and being bi is, I'm not saying it's not a serious thing, it's not a big thing, it is a big thing, I was scared, but it's, I think being trans is more shocking for people to hear than sexuality, because it does affect other people other than you, more than, like, you know, if I said I'm gay, you know, I like guys, that's not going to affect my parents much, apart from if I bring a guy home and like, this is my boyfriend. Other than that, it won't really affect them. But in terms of being trans, it means that they use new pronouns, they see me in a different way, they support me through different things, we talk about different things, you know, there'll be more things in the future. So some people do come out as trans on Facebook, that's absolutely fine, and if that's the best way for you, that's the best way for you, and that's great. But I would say if you can, it's always nice to have a frank conversation with the person who's closest to you. So for me, that was my parents, because I didn't feel right putting it on Facebook or telling somebody before them, like somebody in the family, someone we know before them, because they were the biggest support and they were probably the ones that would be affected by it the most, and I'm just closest with them, so I wanted to tell them first. But yeah, getting people to use the correct name and pronouns. First thing, again, just kind of sit and talk to them and be like, look, this is really, really important to me. I feel uncomfortable with you saying she or he or whichever, you know, way you identify. And this is the name that I feel should be my name. You know, this is what I want to change it to legally eventually. I would appreciate if you would at least make an effort. Like, I'm not saying that you're not going to slip up. I'm not expecting you to know straight away from day one and never ever make a mistake and say my birth name or whatever. But all I'm asking is that you try. And that's appreciated more than going, call me this, call me that. Because I think too many people are kind of not completely inconsiderate, but don't really think through their emotions about other people's emotions. So, like, if they do slip up, don't get mad at them, don't be, like, shouting and screaming and being like, oh, for God's sake. As long as they're trying, that's all that matters. You know, it can take a while. It took my mum and dad a while, it took the rest of my family a while. My nan's the one that still slips up. She always corrects herself, and she don't mean to. So it's not a malicious thing, so there's no need to get mad. No, just sit with them, and if they're trying, respect that, and just know that it will take some time. Because referring somebody in a certain way is a habit. You just get used to it, you just do it. So it's like having to rewire your brain, and that could take a little while. Just talk to them, make sure that they are trying, and just be respectful of the fact that it's not going to take 2 seconds. It's going to take a little while. Stay strong. Shirts or t-shirts? Do you see me wearing a shirt? No, I don't really wear, I used to wear shirts a lot before I came out and when I first came out, because it made me feel like uber masculine and stuff. But I just find t-shirts a lot more comfortable, and shirts don't tend to fit me very well, like long sleeve t-shirts especially, because I'm short and I think I have quite short arms. They're kind of just baggy. Yeah, they just tend to be sort of baggy and too long for me, and I just feel uncomfortable in them. T-shirts are always more comfortable. I wear t-shirts like every day. I very, very rarely wear shirts, so definitely t-shirts. How do you persuade your parents to let you wear guy clothes? What I would say is if you're not out, just try and find more masculine women's clothes, or just go into the men's section and buy clothes. Before I came out, I generally wore more masculine clothes from the women's section, and on the very occasional occasion, I bought like the odd thing, like I bought a Batman jumper from the men's because it looked really good. I liked it and it wasn't in the women's. And like my mum bought me Marvel and DC t-shirts from the men's because they were like better and would probably fit me better than the women's. And if your parents ask where they're from, you just go, a shop. So if you can buy your own clothes and wear them. If you have a problem with them, you can always just say they're from the women's section. I don't really know what else to suggest, to be honest. Just talk to them and be like, you know, I feel more comfortable in these clothes and I don't feel comfortable in them ones. Be like, you know, I don't really like the way I look, I don't feel confident in, I feel like anxious and stuff like that. And just try and talk to them and be like, look, I'm more comfortable this way. Please just let me be. Yeah, I hope that can help a little bit. I'm really sorry, I don't have personal experience, so I'm not exactly sure how to give a direct advice like this worked for me, but hopefully that might just help a little bit. Someone asked, what would you say is the best alternative to swim trunks? My mum is refusing to buy me a pair and we're going swimming in a week or so. You can get like the kind of like wetsuits, but they're like t-shirt and short kind of thing, so like a full body thing. Short t-shirt, wetsuit material kind of thing. I don't know what you call them, sorry. But they're not really like a gendered thing. I think they're worn by men and women and whoever. So if you ask your mum to get one of them and just say, you know, you don't feel comfortable in, I don't know, a bikini or a one piece or whatever, and you don't like, you know, the tops of your legs and you don't really like the tops of your arms, and just say, you know, it's sort of a body image kind of thing, because in a way it is, then, you know, I'm sure she'd be understanding and try and get you something like that. Or maybe even just talk to her, like I said, about that sort of thing, and ask her really nicely and persuade her, or try and talk to her a lot about buying some swimming trunks. You know, just wear like a t-shirt and some swimming trunks. But if she still don't budge on the swimming trunks thing, I'm sure she'd have really no reason to argue with the fact that you wanted to get like one of those wetsuit kind of things, because they do make them for men and women. So even if you bought your women's one, it will probably look a lot less sort of stereotypically feminine than a bikini or something like that. What art materials do you work best with? Pencils, markers, pastels, etc. I hate pencils, can't colour with pencils, don't know why, just can't do it. But recently while I've been at college and we've been doing, for final major project, I've been designing some character concepts. And I've been using a Wacom graphics tablet for the computer, so I've just been doing things in Photoshop. And I found that is way easier, I'm way more comfortable doing that, it's easier to correct mistakes. You get like obviously the most extensive colour palette because it's on a computer and not limited to whatever materials you have. And just generally that works a lot better for me. So Wacom tablet, graphics tablet on Photoshop. What annoys you the most? A lot of things annoy me, just little things. I'm one of those people that will just freak out over the littlest things. One of the things that really annoys me is people, we have like circular mats, they look like little records, don't know why Mum got them, they don't go with anything but circle record mats. And people put the drinks on them, but like the mat's like this, and they put the drink like this, and it's like half on the mat, half not, it's like right on the edge, and it annoys me because the circles, and you're putting it on a circle, put it in the centre. I do have OCD and it does annoy me, and that's one of the things that really annoys me, and I just pick up people's drinks and put it in the centre. No, the thing that just annoys me the most is people not shutting the living room door. Again, all the things I get annoyed about are so petty and so little, but it really annoys me. Like I'm sat down on the sofa watching YouTube, watching telly, Family Guy, whatever, and people will come down, they'll open the door, let themselves in, and then they'll go and they'll not shut it, and I always ask people to shut it, and like my brother, I swear, his hearing just turns off, because he'll like walk out and I'm like, I said shut the door, and he's like, oh, I'm upstairs now. Or he'll have something in his hand and he'll go, oh, my hands are full, and it's like, you have fingers that move away from your hand, you can shut the door, I do it, shut the door. And if people don't shut the door, or if I come down and people are sat around and the door's not shut, I will have to go and shut the door and make it click, because otherwise it opens itself, and it's so annoying. The little things. What are your future goals, top/bottom surgery? So I'm guessing you're going like goals medical wise. So first goal, testosterone. Not yet on testosterone. That's a while away, but that's the thing I'm looking forward to most. Definitely top surgery, because I can't deal with this shitty thing anymore. I want to be able to take my shirt off and get a shit ton of tattoos on my torso. I already have tattoos planned for when I have top surgery. How sad is that? It's going to be years away. But yeah, definitely testosterone, top surgery. Need those. Bottom surgery, right now, I do have bottom dysphoria and stuff, and right now I'm thinking definitely, yeah, I want that. But then, that's one of those things where I'm like, well, I might not need that later down the line. Obviously, I don't need to make a decision about it now anyway, because it's going to be ages and ages away. But that's the thing, when I get on testosterone and I feel a lot more masculine, things change, I go through all these different things, I have top surgery, I might feel comfortable enough with myself that I'm like, you know what, I don't need another operation. I'm fine with that being there, there's things that I can use and do for purposes that I need them for, and I just might not get that. But it is something that right now I'm thinking I definitely want, but again, later down the line, might change. Alright, so last question. If you could go back in time, what would you say to your younger self? Deep question, nice question, thank you for that one. So I think definitely the first thing I would say, if I went back in time and could talk to my younger self, is not to be afraid to come out. Not to be afraid of who I am and not to change myself, because I don't need to. You know, I knew definitely from about 11, 12 years old, can't remember exactly, I talked about it in my coming out story video, but I definitely knew from that point because I came out to a friend and then I woke up in the morning and took it back and was like, no, I was joking, or I didn't mean it, or whatever, just any excuse. And then I spent up until I was 17 just not letting myself think about it, pushing it down. My mental health got terrible, you know, it was crap, and spent so much time researching only to come out and for my mum and dad to be the most supportive people ever. And I always knew they were supportive, they never have any problems with anybody, they're all like all races or sexualities or religions, everything. They don't care, because people are people. If people are decent people, then you're a decent person to them. That's how I feel. Everyone is a friend until they prove themselves to be otherwise. But yeah, I definitely say don't be afraid to be yourself, and come out when you're ready, and don't push it down, and don't be afraid to be who you are. Well, that ended on a very deep and slightly depressing note. But also, that last question was from Unite UK, and they have a website where people submit blog posts and things like that. And I actually submitted a post to them recently, which was about sort of my experiences and how I feel about being trans. And it was really interesting to do, and it's really nice to hear other people's stories from all across the LGBT community. And yeah, they're a really good website, so you should definitely go and check them out. I'll leave the link in the description. Go and give the post a read, they're really, really cool. And that is the end of the questions. So hopefully you liked the video. I tried to keep some of the answers as short as possible. Some of them I felt when it was advice and stuff I needed to go into detail because I want to be able to help. If you ask me a question, I want to help you as much as I can. I hope the video wasn't too long. I've not edited yet. It took a while to film. But hopefully it's alright. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe down below to see more from me. Thank you for watching. Come on my journey, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.